Okay, grade 6, let's continue this chart. So in figure 4, some essential vitamins. So here are the complete of 13 essential vitamins. What does it mean? So this is the most important vitamins. There are more, but this is the most important. So now you have vitamin A, B, B2, B3, B12, C, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K. And then this is the sources of food. If you want vitamin A, here are the source. And to know the function of vitamin A, kindly check in this column. And this column, it says, do these vitamins stored in our body or not? In the instructions, circle the fat-soluble vitamins and underline the water-soluble vitamins. So, I circle the fat-soluble, okay, which is A, D, E, and K. And underline the water-soluble, which is B2, B3, B12, and C. And put check for each vitamins that the body stores. Remember that the fat soluble is stored in our body, which is this 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember that fat soluble is stored in our body and it is only working when it's needed. While vitamin B and C, they are not stored in our body because they are easily dissolved in water. Once they are dissolved, the body releases it by urinating when we pee and when we perspire or sweat. Okay, so I hope you give time, read this chart so that you know the functions of each vitamins. Example, you want a long silky hair. If you want a long silky hair, take vitamin A or eat food that is rich in vitamin A, which are eggs, livers, vegetables, and fruits. Okay, so let's proceed to the next topic, which is minerals. Minerals, nutrients that are not made by the living things. Imagine, this minerals actually is not made by the living things. What do I mean? Remember that protein, carbohydrates, and fats, the main source of the nutrients that I mentioned is from the plants and animals, but the minerals is not made by the living things. So where can we get the minerals? Remember when you were in grade 4, minerals, you could find it in non-living things. Example, you could find minerals in the water. Water is not living thing. Some minerals you can find it in rocks. Some minerals you could find it in soil. But how? We are not eating soil. If you try to look at back here, minerals. Eating a variety of food provides you with needed minerals. Let's try to put a sequence. How do minerals can go to our body? Fill in the box and draw arrows to show the order in which your food gets minerals from the soil. This is how our food could have a content of minerals from the soil. Remember, rocks and soil have minerals. So when we plant, okay, in the soil, the nutrients and then the minerals from the soil can go to the roots of the plants, and then the roots will deliver it to the stem, and then it will process the photosynthesis. Now, when that plant is eaten by the animals like cow, sheep, and other animals who are eating plants, those minerals from the soil that goes to the plants that were eaten by the animals can be absorbed by the animals. And when we eat animals such as sheep and a lamb and then a beef. Okay, so that minerals could go to our body. So it's a sequence. So from the soil going to the plants, plants going to the animals, and animals going to the human body. That is how we could take minerals. So what are the list of minerals? By the way, minerals, you could find it in the periodic table. We finished chemistry, right? So some minerals is edible. Some is not edible. Calcium, this is not the calcium that you can get, in metal source. Okay, this calcium is edible. There are types. Okay, at the same time, iron, you are not eating iron, you are not eating steel, but this iron you could get it where? In plants and other animals. How do iron goes to our food? From this chart you could know, because iron you could find it in the ground, soil and rock. That's why the food source is plants and animals. Here, the minerals are here. You have calcium, phosphorus, iron, sodium, potassium, iodine, magnesium, copper. It's all in the periodic table. You remember? Calcium is Ca. Okay, you remember this elements? So this is also the minerals that is needed by the body. So the function of that one, calcium is responsible. It's a helper of protein. Okay, calcium is a helper of protein to build bones, teeth, blood clot. Okay, it also helps the nerves and it also helps the heart to function properly. What are the food source of calcium? Milk, cheese, and yogurt. So I will not discuss all of this because I don't have enough time to discuss, but just try to take a look of this chart. The minerals is here, the function and then the benefits of taking the following minerals and then the food source. Example, um, you want to have a good teeth, good strong teeth. So eat what? Milk, cheese, yogurt, buttermilk, and tofu. Okay? If you want to have what else? To regulate your energy. Okay? You need to eat seafoods and iodized salt. Okay? So those food is rich in iodine. Okay, so try to check this chart to know the function and then the food source of the following minerals. Now, people who are lacking some minerals like iron they get easily tired or fatigued. They have frequent headaches. Okay, at the same time, they have hair loss. So, if you have hair follicles, maybe you are not eating properly. So, remember that iron, you could get iron from what food? Liver, organs of meat, egg yolk, meat such as poultry meaning a chicken, oyster, it's a seafood, whole grain bread, at the same time cereals and peas and beans. So if you have hair loss, eat this food so that your hair will start to grow. And then if you feel depressed, maybe you are lacking of iron. So if you feel depressed, eat iron rich food. The list is here. Okay? Now, next is water. Water is the most important nutrients because all of the body's vital process takes place in water. So it helps to process. Remember, when you're eating without drinking, it's hard to swallow, it's hard to digest it. Okay? If you don't drink 8 glasses of water every day, okay, probably you will have a constipation. Sorry for the word, your poop will be hard. It's hard to process, it's hard to regulate the body without the water. In addition, water, okay, it regulates the body temperature. Remember, when you have fever, the doctor always says drink a lot of water. When you have flu, when you have colds and cough, okay, the doctor will always say drink a lot of water so that your body temperature will regulate and the body will release the bad elements in our body. What I mean, the water will help to release the bad uh, elements and diseases from our body. So water will really help. Now, let's go to the next slide. Describe the role of water in our body. So the possible answer is it helps the chemical process. It helps the digestion. It helps the flow of the blood. It helps the cleansing of our body. Okay. At the same time, it regulates body temperature, meaning it helps it to become a normal body temperature. Okay. It maintains, by what I mean, it maintains the body temperature. So now, draw a conclusion. Why do active teenagers have high energy needs? Why? Because some teenagers have a lot of activities and movements, but not all teenagers. Some teenagers nowadays, they only sit the whole day playing in their laptop, playing in their iPad and mobiles. But some teenagers are really, really active. They have a lot of sports, they have a lot of movements, they roam around, they stand, they walk. That's why they need a lot of energy. So what do? They need to eat a lot because they have a lot of uh, activities. Okay, girls. So I hope you learned something today. Actually, this lesson will help you until you grow old because food is everything. We eat since we were born until we were old. And then this topic is very beneficial and helpful to you until you grow old. So, if I were you, take a revision about this one, not because for the quiz or for the exam, but because we need to know this so that we know how to take care of our body, especially in our condition today that we are in lockdown and there is a virus, outside, so that you could protect your body. So eating proper good food, okay, could help prevent diseases. Okay, and I will add also, didn't you know that some of the medicine is not seen in the pharmacy? Some medicine is just in your kitchen. Some medicine is just in your fridge. What are those medicine? The food source. Okay, the food source is one of the medicine that you could have. This is just natural. No need to go to pharmacy, just take food, the proper food source. And like this part I mentioned a while ago, okay? And then the other slides that we took already. Thank you, girls. I hope you learned a lot today. So enjoy your day and keep safe, stay at home.